What's up, everybody? I'm walking right now, and I just wanted to talk to you guys, about this Father's Day holiday that's coming up. Before any women start thinking about feeling themselves, let me just go down the line here what I'm talking about. So there is a lot of women, that feels as if they are entitled or they should be celebrated on Father's Day. Yet I have not found any man, at least in my lifetime, that has ever wanted to be valued on a Mother's Day. Crazy, right? Oh, there I go. But I said that to say this. I understand that, single mothers are oftentimes, I would say, underappreciated or taken for granted because being a single mother, and I would even say a single father, but we're on the topic of women here, so I'm gonna say single mothers. The reason why I feel single mothers, not even I feel, but the reason why single mothers are often underappreciated is because it's such a normalcy in our community to have single mothers. Like right now, I looked up and down my Instagram feed, on my Facebook feed. All these mothers are single. I'm talking about fathers out the picture for various reasons. Either the mother then nagged the hell out of the dude and ran him off, or the guy just, the baby coming into a picture was just like a random occurrence that he wasn't prepared for, so he ran off, got cold feet instead of being there and, manning up. For whatever reason, the dude isn't in the picture like he's supposed to be. And as a result, single mothers has become like the normal, especially in the black community. I can't speak for any other community besides my own, so you guys speak up for your own communities if y'all go through this often. But in the black community, single mothers is just like regular. It's very rare, even though I have had my fair share of father figures. I don't even know my father's first name. And because I went so long without knowing who he was, like all I had was my mother as far as a parent goes. I was raised in a house with three amazing women, my two older sisters and my mother. You know what I mean? So, not to mention my aunties who were also influenced, but I'm talking about in my intermediate family. I hope I pronounced that right. But yeah, so I understand the context of why you have women that feel as if they should be honored or revered on Father's Day. But here's the thing. One, I don't even believe in man-made holidays like Father's Day and shit like that. I don't, the Bible says honor thy father, thy mother, and all that good stuff, but there was never a day specified for that. So Father's Day is a man-made holiday. So because of that, I don't really celebrate man-made holidays. Hell, I don't even celebrate my birthday. It sounds sad to some people, but I don't. I acknowledge, okay, day I was born, cool. Once this day is over, it's back to regular scheduled programming. So I don't need all the fake shit from people that ain't said nothing to me all year. Wait for my birthday to drop, and then they want to give me a thumbs up and shit. Like I don't need that. But that's just me. Some people want that attention on their day. I don't. I ain't had it all year, so why would I want it now? I'm just a realist. But I want y'all to think about this. Why is it in our society, and I noticed this in a lot of black households, and I have since a kid all the way up until now. Why is it that we encourage, and this is for the most part, because I see some of y'all parents out there doing y'all jobs, so don't think I'm referring to you when I say these things. But why is it that in our society we encourage our boys to be responsible adults, but we don't apply that same pressure to our girls? You know, because the justice system in America, it really looks at the woman as the victim, regardless if they were the victimizer or not. It looks at them, it looks to them as the victim. And I've seen many cases where, you know, I looked up on many cases where it was this guy, he was an NFL prospect, and I can't remember his name. I should have looked it up before I did this. It's poor scholarship, by the way. And some of y'all know who I'm talking about. But the guy, his name, I can't think of it, but he was an NFL, but he was a black dude, NFL. And he went to a college, and I forgot what the fuck college it was, too. But some of y'all can look it up. There was this case where this NFL prospect, you know, he was getting ready to sign with the NFL, and while he was attending college, this girl had accused him of raping her, and she ended up suing the school for $2 million. Now, when she got the $2 million, she disappeared off the map, basically. She fled the scene. And years later, after the fact, she hit the dude up on Facebook and said that she wanted to clear the air and just, you know, admit that she was lying about the case. And, you know, the guy, he had told her, well, if you feel that way about it, then come public with it and, you know, clear my name. She said she didn't want to do that because she felt like she was going to have to pay the money back. So while she just lied on this guy, he lost his opportunities to play in the NFL, which I think he got back. I think he played in the NFL a little bit once the truth came out. But yeah, she disappeared off the map and didn't give the guy any type of chance at life. Like, she just ripped his ass over a lie. And she sued the school so she basically robbed the school for $2 million that she refused to pay back. But she wants to be forgiven about lying on somebody and that person losing an opportunity of a lifetime at the time he should have received it. You know, so that was one case. And there was another guy, I think at UC Berkeley. Forgive me if I got the college wrong, but the dude's name I think was Marcus Hamilton. And this is another guy who was at college, and I don't think he was like going for sports or anything like that, but he had sex with this girl, you know, willingly. She had sex with him willingly. You know, it was a mutual agreement type of deal. And because I guess she thought, well, not even I guess, that's what she said in the courtroom. So she lied about, what was it? Yeah, she lied about the guy raping her. She said that the dude raped her. And what happened was, when that news went viral, you know, the guy got expelled from school. And when he got expelled from school, you know, he said that, you know, his family members believed him and all of that, but the people who were basically giving him like a trial by mob, I guess that's the way to put it, they were accusing him in mass and he lost, you know, his scholarships. He lost a lot of opportunities that he wanted to do. I don't know if he was going into sports or whatever, but he had scholarships that he lost because of that. And here's the thing about these false accusations. I don't think the people even cared how much these false accusations stick. Even after the person comes out as innocent on the other end and it's revealed that, they was lied on, etc., etc. They basically don't care that you just ruined this person's life because I'm trying to maintain my purity image, which you don't really have. So basically with that case, what happened was, dude got lied on, he lost his scholarships, got expelled from the school, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think he wasn't able to attend any other colleges, I guess, for a certain period of time or at all. I'm not exactly sure. But because when you got that negative press on you, what happens is colleges are looking at that negative press, and even if you're innocent, they're still looking at it as, well, this guy just got accused of something heinous, so we don't want that person at our college. And that stuff sticks even when that person has been found innocent. So what I was saying is, these guys, these girls that do these things, it's not only them for sure, but it be these type of women that end up having kids later on, and they be wanting to be honored on a day like Father's Day, which is, again, a joke within itself. But still, I understand for the women out there that's doing, because I see y'all, I notice y'all, I salute y'all. But on a day when a man is supposed to be honored for his efforts, do you really think it's fair to be giving that to a woman when they don't ask for the same thing on Mother's Day? Because then y'all be having something to complain about then, right? And going back to what I mentioned earlier about, us raising our boys in society to be responsible adults, but on that same token, we're not putting that same responsibility or instilling those same values in the girls that's in society, because we're telling them, basically do whatever they want. Not saying that they do it, but if a guy doesn't act, let's say rape. Let's say a guy rapes somebody, and then they don't think that a woman is capable of raping somebody because society, the formula in society's mind is rape equals being penetrated. And since a woman doesn't have a penis, unless she strap one on, I guess, because, that's a thing these days. It's been a thing, but, everybody going gay or whatever, but I don't know. But, but they equate rape with being penetrated without permission or being forcefully penetrated. They don't look at it as anything else, right? So you have a generation of women, and I grew up in this generation, which is the reason why I can speak on it, because I've dealt with these girls from different families and seen how ratchet they get and how annoying they are and how they take opportunities like that to try to, I guess you'd say, present themselves as like a bully, like, oh, I can do whatever I want to you, but you can't touch me type of deals. You know what I mean? And I've seen guys, matter of fact, it was a viral video on the internet where they had a guy, I guess he was getting jumped by a group of girls and all that. And I swear, the moment that this dude said, the whole time they was fighting this dude, they was daring him to hit them. They were daring. And this guy, I guess being brainwashed into the fact that he can't defend himself under those circumstances, physically or not, nigga, you damn near obligated to do that shit. But it was 4 or 5 girls that was jumping this one dude. In the split second that he made a mention that, y'all women, I'm not gonna hit y'all, the split second that happened, they started beating him even more viciously. Like they was, you know what I mean? It's just like breeding that type of mentality into a society of females. It's like it creates an imbalance in a society that asks for balance. You know what I mean? And I am not one to give credit where it isn't deserved. And again, on top of the fact that I don't really value a Father's Day point quote unquote, I still understand why it's there. And like I get it. But when it comes right down to it, man, the people who are the people who are supposed to be honored on this day, the men who are supposed to be honored on this day, let's give them the day that they're due. Because even if you want to sit there and make the argument that, oh, well, there are, men don't really take responsibility for their kids or whatever like that, you can't apply that to an entire demographic of men, because it's unfair to the men that actually bust their ass to take care of their kids. And the mothers go out there and they act all wild and out of pocket, because it's some of y'all on my Instagram. I see y'all are literally like wild things. You would never guess that some of these women were mothers with the way that they act, and some of them are in relationships. I'm gonna leave that alone. But I'm talking about just putting their business out there. But I just, we can't be selfish like that. You know what I mean? So on this particular day, or Father's Day or whatever, just coming up next month, I'm not honoring no women. There are men, again, it's a day that I don't celebrate. Well, one, because I'm not a father. Two, I don't believe in celebrating man-made holidays. It's just not my thing. On this day when we're supposed to be honoring men, let's honor them. Let's not give this the attention that it don't deserve. You know what I mean? Let's give it to the men that deserve it, and women, because again, going back to that analogy that I made, what that does is that it creates an entitlement. It creates a sense of entitlement where you have women who feel entitled to something, even if they don't, even when they don't deserve it, and it takes away entitlement, I guess, from men, even when they do deserve it, because the notion is put out there that men don't do shit and women do everything. So I would talk about how, white supremacy kind of got all this shit under control. And unless you understand white supremacy, you're not going to understand any of this shit. But that's a conversation for another time. But let's honor the men on Father's Day that deserve it. And the men who aren't, don't wait till Father's Day to get honored, man. Some of y'all families honor y'all every day, so you shouldn't be concerned about like a single day. But for the ones that do, Father's Day is for the men. Let the men have it. Please.